I spent the day at the Austin RV Expo in Austin, Texas, checking out hundreds of different RVs, so you didn't have to. No, it's been a lot of fun seeing some of the new things that companies are trying, some of the old things that they are improving on, and sometimes just to see some fun stuff like this vintage cruiser by Gulfstream that's just all decked out in kind of that old 50s style. And there's nothing wrong with having a little fun when RVing, right? Doesn't all have to be about the latest and greatest technology. Sometimes it can just be about having the right color scheme, and it's going to be the RV that you really like. And I think that's key whenever you're at an RV show like this, is checking out all the different types of units to see what it is that you like in terms of style, and then narrowing it down and figuring out what is it that's going to work for you at least 90% of the time. And there is a lot of variety at these kinds of shows. So you are going to find an RV. If you can't, you probably shouldn't be RVing. Because we own an Airstream, I tend to go to the Airstream section. At the RV Expo in Austin, they had the Basecamp 20X REI edition. The Basecamp X is made to go off-road more than you would take a standard Airstream. I wouldn't necessarily call this a true off-road trailer, but it certainly is going to withstand some rugged trails more than your basic Airstream would. This Basecamp is really interesting. It has a lot of different features that you might not expect to see in a smaller trailer. This one has a wet bath, which all of the base camps do, but what's particularly interesting about the REI edition is you can swap out the standard toilet for a composting toilet. The base camp has that rear door, which is an awesome option. It's easy to load equipment in and out if you want to, or you can leave that door open and bring down the screen, and you're going to have a great view with some excellent airflow coming through there. Airstream also had the 33-foot Classic on hand at the Austin RV Expo. The 33 is the largest that they make. It's interesting, it's now a dual axle trailer instead of a triple axle, even at 33 feet. This is the top of the line that you can get at Airstream. It has every bell and whistle you can possibly want. It's got very nice appointments. It's got some really comfortable furniture. I mean, it even has that dining table there is a power pedestal. It has a drop-down projector screen with a projector television, and then when you're not using it, you just roll that screen up, and there's a nice big window to look out of. This Classic is also known for its massive bathroom. It's a huge bathroom for a travel trailer, and that's, I think, where a lot of that extra 3 feet comes into play when you go from a 30 to a 33 foot, which I said is the biggest one that Airstream makes. Class A motorhomes are always kind of fascinating to me. I've never driven one. I can't imagine driving something this big down the road, but I've talked to people who've said, hey, it's easier for me to drive that than it is for you to haul a trailer. So can't speak to it because I haven't done it, but this is the Fleetwood Discovery. This thing, again, you're talking high price. This is, I believe, in the $400,000 range. But when you're inside, it's like you're in a high-end home. I mean, the appointments are really nice. It's got the fireplace, big TV. It just, when you put that table away, you've got a ton of space. You can almost have a dance floor in there, and then really comfortable, nice seating, very nice kitchen. It just, the whole thing just exudes opulence, and I guess it should at this price. But there's, a lot of nice features to it. It has induction cooktop, which I noticed this year at the RV Expo. A lot of them are starting to do this now. A lot of manufacturers, you're starting to see their full induction cooktops, or maybe a combination of gas and induction on the stoves. And yes, this one does have a dishwasher. You're starting to see that in some of the higher end units, either the Class A's and some of the fifth wheels. That has just become a thing now, apparently, for glamping, is you got to have a dishwasher. This is a very large motorhome. It just keeps going and going. This is the master bedroom suite here. Again, it just, has a nice feel to it. That bedroom, that bed is on the slide. So you're going to put that out if you want to get your full bedroom. Big bathroom in this one. That appears to be like a residential shower in this thing. And the bathroom, again, is kind of the same as the rest of the unit. It's very richly appointed. And I could see somebody being very, very comfortable in this. You even have dual sinks. That just screams house as opposed to RV. You do have this cupboard here in the bathroom, and it has the washer and dryer, and they are separate. It's not a combo unit. This rig is big enough to accommodate that, so I guess they made the most of it. And if you're going to have a washer dryer, you might as well have washer and dryer. Plenty of storage space in here and down below. It's quite a rig. There were fifth wheels galore at the RV Expo in Austin, and this Montana high country I shot instead of some of the others because it had a really nice layout from what I experienced from the different ones. One of the things I noticed about this too is it is listed as being a four-season trailer. When you walk into this one, you're walking into the kitchen. So it's a center kitchen, huge counter space. It's actually a little bar area with stools that you could sit at. I know Jesse would love having all of that counter space. And then you have the dinette. It's got the residential size refrigerator. What I liked about this one was that front living area. You walk up to there and it just feels like a really nice space to hang out, entertain friends. It's got a television on a televator, so it goes up and down. If you're not using it, put that down, and that huge front window gives you a view of whatever you want to be looking at instead of what's on the latest reality TV. Nice, decent sized bedroom. I wouldn't say it's huge, but that's okay. They put more of the space into the living area. The other thing I'm noticing at the show this year, motion sensor lights, not just in cabinets, but on stairways, particularly in fifth wheels. A huge selection of off-road trailers at this year's expo, and it seemed to really be all about the kitchens this year. I don't know how many of them I looked at that had these really nice outdoor kitchens. This is an interesting unit because in addition to that beautiful outdoor kitchen that extends out, it has a decent bed. It is not real big inside, but they tried to make the best use of space. Your bed is right there as you walk in, and then as you move across the trailer, you've got another kitchen inside. So it's not just outside cooking only like it has on many outdoor trailers or off-road trailers. This one allows you to cook inside, has a decent-sized refrigerator for a trailer this small, and also a good-sized bathroom because of where they put it in the back. Again, this is an off-road trailer. It's not huge, but it has a decent layout, and I could see this being very comfortable if you want to go off-grid a little bit, and you have some options with cooking inside, cooking outside. If you needed to hang out inside because of inclement weather, I think there's plenty of space to do it in this one and do so comfortably. This is the Sunseeker by Fleetwood. What stuck out on this one a lot is that ginormous slide. This is a huge Class C, and one entire wall is the slide. And it is just startling to see how much of that rig is a slide. So as you come in, this one wasn't even about layout that really stuck out to me. It was just how much they put into the slide. So from the edge there behind the driver's seat, that dinette, the kitchen counter and stove, the entire kitchen basically except the refrigerator. As you move further back, you've got the bathroom sink and cabinet, and then you've got your bed. All of that is on one slide stretching the entire length of the rig. Back with another fifth wheel that caught my eye. This is the Sanibel. It's a wide body. I don't think it's necessarily any different in terms of length or width or anything else that you see on some other fifth wheels, but this one has a unique setup in that when you walk in, if you go upstairs to the front, look at this room. This is basically a bunk room for kids. It's got their own TV. They've got their own cupboards. You've got a bunch of bunk beds in here. Maybe if you have a lot of kids of your own, or if you've got kids and they want to bring some friends with them, they could have a lot of fun in this room. There is a little desk in here. Maybe if you're going to be on the road for a while and you want to do some homeschooling with your kids, they've got some place to do their work. And they have their own half bath. So they've got a bathroom available to them right there in their little bunk room. I just thought that was a really neat layout if you have a family or you're traveling with kids. Plenty of seating for the entire family and your guests because it's, such a long couch there. Decent sized kitchen area because of that slide. Once it's open, you've got a ton of space to maneuver. You've got seating around the bar, good size master bedroom. And, again, this you can kind of close off from where all the action is happening out in the living room or with the kids in the bunk room on the other end of the trailer. You've got some privacy from the kids when you want it or need it. And then you've got this nice sized bathroom, dual sinks. It just was a really nice layout for families. Another nice option for families is this Influence by Grand Design. Another good size unit with slides, gives you lots of space inside. This one had a nice outdoor kitchen setup. So if you wanted to entertain outside or do some cooking outside, you'd be able to do that. Inside, great kitchen. You've got the island, nice big sinks, good stove, full-size refrigerator, things that you're starting to expect in a fifth wheel. Big TVs, fireplaces, those are becoming pretty standard these days. Decent seating area. I didn't think there was a lot because of the way they've got that living area laid out. But look at this bunk room for the kids. You have a bed that goes up and down. If you need it, it's there. If you don't need it, put it away. You've got that couch. Again, a little desk area here for the kids to work at. Maybe if you're doing some homeschooling, if you're on the road for a bit, decent sized closets for them when they are traveling with you. So, all in all, I thought it was a nice rig for families. You've got this bathroom here with the outside door, so that's always handy to keep kids from running through the entire RV when they have to use the bathroom. If you need a second bathroom, here it is. It's the master bath. That was a decent layout. Seemed like it was pretty well made. It is a grand design. They have a good reputation. In the master bedroom here, one of the things I noticed is this closet. The way they set this up with that rounded front end, so it gives you a lot of extra space. It's almost a walk-in closet. Look at all those shelves that you could use. I'm pretty sure Jesse would fill them with shoes, but you could use them for other things. No Boundaries, or Nobo, is a company that I tend to find that their trailers are, you don't really want to go kind of the heavy duty off-road trailer, but you want something that can get you out there to explore a little bit more than your standard travel trailer. This is a nice one with that Murphy bed or a couch combo there, that depending on what you're using it for. Decent setup for a small trailer. There's actually quite a bit of room in here. It feels bigger even than it looks on this video. And I thought that was a good layout. You've got that bathroom in the back, decent size. Again, this is something that would allow you to get off-grid a little bit more. It's a little sturdier, but it's got plenty of space. If you want to take a longer trip off-grid, consider the Nobos. Something that stuck out to me at the Austin RV Expo this year was these travel trailers that feel like fifth wheels and look like fifth wheels. But I don't know if you caught that front end in the video there, but it is a travel trailer, and it has dual decks. It has that rear deck, which is actually the ramp because it is a toy hauler, even though it's a travel trailer. And then instead of a slide on one side, it's got a side deck. So it's pretty impressive from that standpoint. It's kind of surprising to me because this is a travel trailer and not a fifth wheel. Inside, I didn't think it was a crazy good layout. The bedrooms seemed kind of small and tucked away, and I think they put a lot of room in the garage instead. Living area, not a lot of space. Bathroom, not a lot of space. Huge garage, drop down bed there if you need it. And of course, its selling point is this side deck. Back to No Boundaries for a minute. They have something brand new, and it's really become quite the rage for a lot of folks talking about RVs, and that is their RV Suite. This thing is not designed to be hauled from campground to campground. I talked to one of the manufacturer reps, and he said this is after you've been off grid for a while with your No Boundaries and found a great location and you want to settle in for a bit. You can drop this cabin on wheels, and it feels a lot more residential when you're inside. Just the way it's laid out, the way it's squared off, the different features that it has. It does feel more like a little cabin inside. And then it's got a flexible area in the back that is either the bed or the table. And we'll have a little demonstration here from the manufacturer up in just a second. It does have a combo washer dryer. So you've got that available to you. And then it's got this little lounge couch area with the TV in the middle with the kitchen. It's a really interesting concept. Again, if you've got some place that you essentially want to drop a mobile cabin, then this would be the rig for you. And we'll see if any other manufacturers start to pick up on this. It's a huge departure for Nobo, but they seem to be finding success so far.
Just put these up. Mattress with extra storage on the side and charging ports for laptops, phones, CPAP machines, whatever you want. And it's a really nice residential style mattress, better than almost any RV that you're going to find.
Pretty easy up and down there.
Definitely. Puts down.
So then when the bed is up, then that is your
Yep.
dinette then, I take it?
Yep.
Wow.
This folds up. These bar stools come in. Got your eating area, workstation, whatever you want.
All multi-purpose, so.
And then if you want to decide you want to cast a line into the pond off your sun deck, you can just hop out there and do that.
Another thing I found in the No Boundaries area was a off-road little travel trailer that has a rooftop tent built into it. And it's not just Nobo. I found several different manufacturers are doing this now. So it's kind of an interesting concept. You have this Regular off-road trailer, they're generally going to have only an outdoor kitchen. And then inside, you are going to have, your very basics of a bed and maybe a storage area. Now, Nobo has gone up one level with this because it has this TV, it has a little fireplace for heat, but then you do have your sleeping area inside, and then you have the rooftop tent to get outside. At the beginning of this video, you saw me inside the vintage cruiser by Gulfstream, and if you follow me on Instagram at trekkers.org, while I was at the show, I highlighted this one as well. It just really stood out because it's so different. It is kind of that vintage look, the retro look. It's done up in this sort of 50s style of the red and white and just the look of it. It was just a lot of fun. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, sometimes it's not just about the features, but it's also about the color schemes and the fun that they want to have. The layout on this one wasn't really bad either. For as small of a trailer as it is, it's got a decent size kitchen. I wish they'd cut that sink down just a little bit and give us a little more counter space. Good size refrigerator, a couple of bunks there for the kids. So small family, maybe out for a vacation or weekend camping trips. You could have a lot of fun in this one, and you've got plenty of space to relax if there's inclement weather and you're stuck inside for a bit, or just hanging out at night as a family. Yet another fifth wheel at the show, but this one stood out for a very important reason I'll show you in a minute. Like a lot of fifth wheels, slides that make it feel huge inside like you're in a house. This one was no exception for that. A ton of room, tons of storage. I'm not crazy about the layout in one particular way, but you will see when we get inside how different this one really is. So you go in, the middle part is your kitchen with the island, the full-size residential refrigerator. That's nothing really unusual. You're seeing that in a lot of fifth wheels now. Considering the size of this and how many people it can sleep, I thought the living area was way too small. I mean, you don't have much room there at the dinette. You've only got 2 recliners, and that's surprising because as you go through this thing, here you have a full bath, not a bad size, and it seemed to be appointed reasonably well. And you move up to the front and you've got that front bedroom. Nice, good size bedroom up front. That was a nice feature. I liked that part of the layout. Plenty of cabinetry and closet space and drawers, so you could store a lot of stuff. Off of the kitchen towards the back is a loft sleeping area, so you could put the kids up there. I don't know how comfortable those little mattresses are they put up in the lofts, but I guess they don't expect you to live up there for long trips. But then check this out. It is a full bedroom in the back. So you have 2 full-size bedrooms, and if you keep going here, you're going to notice that you have a second full bathroom. 2 full bedrooms, 2 full baths. You've got an extra door to the back to get out over there. It was really interesting to see this one. Very interesting layout. I just wish the amount of sleeping space somehow was capable of supporting people in the living area as well. One downside to these RV shows that are very large and have hundreds of RVs for you to look at, if not thousands, depending on where you are at, is that after a while, they can all start to run together. What I tried to do in this video was try to look at things that might stick out a little bit as you check out the different RVs. There are things that stood out to me, and so I thought I would share those with you in this video. Keep on trekking.
And we'll see you out there.